So we spoke about isolation, and we spoke a little bit about duality. But what happens when we have the inside and the outside, and the hot and the cold, and the together and separate? Can we actually isolate each one of those things? How about Marin standing next to a tree? Can I isolate those? Well, this is a very interesting conversation and good question. Thank you. We don't get to separate those. So even when we have our inside and outside come together to create that neutral, to create the whole, to create the balance, we also cannot, and we make it and turn it into one, we also cannot take away the outside from the inside. So even though we're going to say there's two pieces, just this is very simplified, with the outside and the inside, we bring them together, we still have the outside and the inside. They're still very important parts unto their own, even though they're creating this balance, even though they're creating this harmony, this neutrality. Because we can't have an outside without an inside. And we can't have an inside without an outside. And we can't have the outside without the inside, without what is in between, without the harmony in between. You can't have it. So all of that as a whole and as the separate ideas all work together symbiotically. You cannot have one without the other. And you cannot have neutrality without the A and the B. So if I'm outside and I'm standing next to a tree, in that moment, at that particular space, that tree and I are connected. We are the inside and the outside, and we create a harmony of sorts. So me in this room, I am actually part of this room, and this room is actually a part of me. No matter where I go, I can get up and I can walk outside that door. Wherever I go, that environment is part of who I am, and I am now in part of that environment. So I think that answers the question that was, what happens when we bring the duality together, when we bring the two pieces together to create the harmony? Do those two pieces cease to exist? In order to have the harmony, in order to create that duality, those pieces still need to exist, and we just observe them, we witness, we recognize them as a whole at that time. Now, when we take observation out, once this body is done, things look a lot different, but they still are whole and harmonious. A little too much Harry Potter. Harmonious. All right, so I think that was a quick answer to your question. Thank you very much for asking it. I really appreciate your questions. I love talking about them because it really does stimulate my mind, as I'm hoping it does yours. I'll talk to you guys later. That's it.